So once you read it over, then you can start working on your genogram. The paper is there. And I've given you a hint there, purple marker, so that let you know you'll be using something purple. Now what's interesting is I noticed that some of you all were reading this, you were shaking your head like, And so you remember you start with your basic circle. So I'll give you 5 minutes to work on that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you can definitely just, get an idea. And so remember, you want to draw the lines between the people to show the connection. So, what are one of the first? We'll do the first one together.
We know, okay.
They're married, so you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
right? So you can put
husband,
client
yeah.
A and husband, and it's a single line that says married.
So we need to put the
Okay.
husband down there too.
And then think about the type of relationship that the husband and wife have. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, was there any abuse in that type of
Yeah.
Right, right. So then you look for right. You got it.
We gonna draw a couple of lines.
That is one problem with the marriage.
But it was a problem with
Left
client A and
before.
So that was
Separation.
And that was also good that I saw some of you writing, circling some of the information in the case study, trying to pick out certain information.
And then,
I got a question.
Yes.
So where it says abuse, because she was the abuser, like
one.
it has the arrow pointing like the husband abused her. So will we take the arrow?
That right, and go the other
way?
right. Right. That was a good observation. Really good observation.
she was the
Granddaddy was an abuser.
yeah, granddaddy
And
was
then
too.
she had her mom,
So you see the arrow?
mom, dad.
Whoever was the
So was
abuser.
abusive.
So we go to her or
it needs to go this way.
yeah.
They were married and it was abusive. And for her dad was
I'm
abusive.
And the
assuming it's on the
granddaddy
same
was,
line.
yeah. And the granddaddy was.
Okay. And her father. It was her father.
The grandfather and the father.
Father.
Mm-hmm.
so, go back.
Then you know she had a brother.
Go to the grandparents.
And she had, well,
And her dad was abusive.
mm-hmm. Dad and my dad was abusive. But she was,
Her dad was a straight pastor, but he was an alpha male outside the house.
oh,
So it was just a granddaddy like that. 'Cause he was a man.
so you got a granddaddy.
My mom, but the alpha
Okay.
to the granddaddy.
So at what point do we go to the emotional relationships?
Yeah, I already
Like
started some of the emotional
the
relationships.
discord,
That's
conflict and all of that? When we add it to the same line?
Another different line. Yeah. So you know what it is.
Okay, so the client's father.
Yes.
So that's gonna fall up under client A and her husband from the abuse. hostile, so if it's multiple,
Are all of these supposed to be on the same lines,
Abusive.
or
When you say that,
'Cause
what do you
it's-
mean?
it's multiple dysfunction?
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
right.
Am I supposed to put
You
all of this
can,
on the
yeah.
same? Ooh,
It's a lot.
the clutter is real.
Right. But people are living like this
It's
though.
like
the clutter
You know what I'm
is
saying?
real.
And sometimes you don't see it.
Abuse, controlling, yeah,
discord,
emotional
conflict.
abuse.
You know, sometimes people don't see it until it's actually like it becomes a picture.
Emotional connections.
Why you say that, Felicia?
What?
Woo.
I would even say jealous because it
Right.
said that she was
It's a-
overprotective of her
It's a
husband
lie.
and the children.
It's a lie.
It could come from jealousy, it could come from.
It could come from a place of when she saw her grandfather just.
Right. And see, and I'm glad that you all are working it out like this, because then what happens is that once you see this, then you can base this and ask questions off of that.
Right.
Like the question, you're like, okay, well, where is this really stemming from? What is the root of the issue? Because a lot of times, what the person is dealing with now can be found in the genogram.
Right.
You
And
know what
I'm
I'm
saying
saying? Go
how
ahead.
important it is to ask questions, because where you're saying that it could be coming from a place of jealousy, I'm thinking of it as coming from a place of shame. Like
Mhm.
you're overprotective of them because you know what I mean. You don't want anybody to know what's going on in the household, like embarrassment and shame. You know what I mean. So we would have to ask that question, like, where is
Right.
it stemming from?
Exactly.
'Cause we could be thinking, you know, it's one thing.
Exactly. And another thing, one of the reasons why I had the, for the sake of time, we'll just kind of wrap up. But one of the reasons why I had the purple mark on there is if you notice, if you look on your genogram sheet, the grandmother, I believe, in the case study, had cancer. It's kind of purplish. So you would make sure that when you're circling her name, you would circle it in purple, so that would be an indication. And you would put that little cube. Okay, you see what I'm saying? You would put that little cube
Right.
and you would color it in purple so that you would know that the grandmother died of cancer. And if you were a doctor, then all your questions would be medical questions. And so you, as a doctor, you would just be focused on this side. Okay? All right. What I want you to do is just take 2 seconds now, take a piece of paper, and I'm just going to ask you 2 questions real quick. One, after going over the genograms and actually getting your hands working with genograms, do you see the benefit of working with genograms and why? So you can just write that down. I want you to ask that. And how can this benefit your clients? Those 2 questions. Now that we've gone over genograms, you've seen how they work. Do you think they're beneficial? And can you see yourself implementing these types of genograms in your counseling sessions? Felicia, what about you? Do you think? Yes. What do you think?
I think, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Would it be something that you would be interested in even doing on yourself?
yes.
Yes. Okay. Keita, do you see any issues possibly with the genograms, or that you may have in trying to implement it, or do you think it may be a seamless process?
No, I think it's a really good process.
Yeah.
Because it steers your mind to where the person is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the simple stuff to be able to say, okay, this line represents the dysfunction or the
Right.
emotional disconnection. So now I know to ask, well, where did that come from? Or why was your mother and father arguing? What stemmed that argument? Then it makes it easier to dig deeper. It makes it easier to direct your question. So
Good.
yeah.
Good. I mentioned earlier that there's a program called Genogram Pro, and this is it. And if you notice, it is super extensive. And with the Genogram, you can even put a picture of the person. So where you have the circle and the square, it'll be a picture of that individual. And you notice that all of these are different tabs that you can answer. There are questions that you ask, okay, about the deaths, and definitely that would be something that a medical doctor would be interested in. On death. And then you have education, you have occupation, what type of jobs did they have, you know, did all the people in the family, maybe they just had blue collar jobs, or maybe they had white collar jobs. Thank you for coming today. I hope that you were able to walk away with something, and that you'll be able to take the genograms with you and definitely implement them back into your counseling sessions. I just want to go back over just want to go back over real quick the learning objectives. So we can go over them real quick. Make sure that we hit each of them. And so we understand the value of counseling, using genograms in counseling. We deconstructed a case study, that's what you have here, and you all were really getting, if we had time, we really could have gotten a lot more done, and now you've seen with the role play how to integrate genograms in the counseling sessions. Okay, thank you ladies.